everybody, my name's Eric, and I just came back from crying my bitch baby eyes out from the newest Demon Slayer movie that just released like a week ago or something, for the Canada release. I know it released like months ago for Japan, and here is my review for it. I'm reviewing a lot of topics for it. Absolutely 10 out of 10, must watch. And by the way, I read the manga like twice, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and this movie surpassed every single expectation, from the visuals to the sound design to the plot to the pacing, everything. Absolutely. And the colors were insane. It might be that I went to a nice theater with a laser tech or whatever. I only paid like $20 for it, or absolutely 10 out of 10. Watch it in theaters because the music is insane, and also there was like a crowd hype going on. And because it is there is no digital release yet, so if you go onto any piracy sites that I usually use for whatever mangas or whatever that you can, that you can somehow get and watch on your own time, it's only cam watches, like cell phone, like someone's recording it or whatever. So definitely doesn't do it justice. There are in my area, most theaters, basically every theater, is playing both the English dub version and also the Japanese sub. I recommend the Japanese sub. Why? Because the dub, it's good, not good enough though. I think the Japanese voice actors are definitely killing it, and I'm just used to listening to Japanese already. Mainly because other English dubs for like other animes suck, so I just have a negative connotation. I know there's good dubs like Full Metal Alchemist, even the Black Myth Monkey game. The English dub for that was pretty good, even though it was in Chinese and I understand Chinese. Now, spoilers again. We're gonna review it section by section. First, we're gonna talk about the Akaza section. I've heard stories of the Akaza section even after reading the manga, and it surpassed every single man. It's just crazy. There's two moments. There's the spoiler alert, so click off the video and go watch the movie yourself before watching further in this video. This movie covers I believe her name is the Shinobu, her versus Doma, and then we see her get consumed, and then we see the intro of Kanae fighting Doma, but then it really stops right there. We also see the complete unfolding of Zenitsu versus Kaigaku, and that was really epic. The lightning effects that they did and the portrayal of Zenitsu's speed and the backstory was absolutely W. My bad. There's like 3 moments in this movie. The first 2 moments made me teary-eyed, and the last one literally made me start bitch baby crying. So first we see the backstory of the flower and insect Hashiras, and it was a little bit short, to be honest, but they are kind of like side characters, and we are going to see more in depth of the fight in. By the way, if you guys didn't know, the movie is a trilogy, so this is the first of 3 movies, 3 announced movies: one 2025, one 2027, and one 2029, and that's going to conclude the Demon Slayer series. So, assuming that we're gonna fight we're gonna see the Doma versus Kanae fight later in the series, it was a little short, but the rest were great. The Zenitsu fight and the Zenitsu background, and seeing the plot of Kaigaku was absolutely amazing. Seeing the final River Styx. If you guys watch the movie, you'll understand. Seeing the River Styx of Zenitsu defeating the demon, and then getting shocked almost to death, and seeing basically, man, just hearing the grandpa say, "You're everything I could have asked for." That was the exact line, I believe, or whatever English translation for the subtitles was, and that really hit home for me. That got me teary-eyed, and music drop was insane. And then we saw the epic fight. Gyo and our main character duking it out with Asuka, and we saw the new ability of Tanjiro's to see the transparent world and to hide his own fighting spirit, effectively becoming invisible and undetectable by Asuka and being able to slice his head off. And I loved how, even though I've read the manga, they did it so much justice with the cutting off the head him putting back the head on, Giyu throwing the sword. It was absolutely insane. And then him still regenerating it afterwards. And then we saw it like grow half back, and then boom, we're starting to get flashbacks of Asuka's backstory, which is actually a tearjerker. That was absolutely insane. So much symbolism, and just a tragic story, and I love it. I absolutely love it how at the end of like the backstory, you can see him smile and then punch the shit out of himself to stop it from regenerating. And this is something I didn't even see in the manga, because you can see him like slowly walking towards the light, even though it's not sunlight because we're in the Infinity Castle, but he's walking towards the light with like symbology, and he's like ripping off pieces of his arm because he's trying to stop himself from regenerating. And we see the symbology of him kneeling down and hugging the wife that got poisoned by the well, and then and the symbolism of him being a reformed criminal just adds more to the depth of the story here. And then the music drop, where we hear Muzan trying to call out to Asuka to tell him to like keep regenerating, but he's stopping the regeneration by himself. He's admitting defeat to Tanjiro because he got his head sliced off. And honestly, now that he remembers his backstory, I guess like the trigger of that was getting his initial head sliced off. He was remembering his backstory, and he got that smell of gratitude giving off to Tanjiro, and that was just absolutely beautiful. And then seeing the crows announce basically all the stories to everyone, giving everyone a burst of motivation, even though after Shinobu just died. Absolute 10 out of 10. And then they trailed it off with a cliffhanger, sort of cliffhanger with the other demon, the strong one with the 6 eyes, and then showing the evolving form of Muzan. He's in that big like weird goopy thing because he's absorbing stuff and getting stronger, and I can't wait. And I'm so sad that it's gonna take another 2 years, my friends, for me to see the second part of this. We got a Star Wars trilogy over here. But yeah, saying that again, if you guys have heard all of this, I hope this is all to convince you. Go watch it in theaters. Don't wait for the HD version. Don't wait for the HD version to pop up on some piracy site or whatever. What's it called again? I've seen both the cam stuff on the piracy websites and the in theaters. And go watch it in theaters. It is worth $20. Just don't eat dinner tomorrow. I don't know. It's that worth it. Go watch that, and if you like this short review, watch this video and hit the subscribe button. And I'll review, I don't know, the next movie that I like.